You know, this is the fun part. When the roast comes out of the oven on Christmas Day, and you can smell the delicious flavor, and then you cut that bad boy open. And did you see what just happened there? Wait, let me do that again. What? Oh my goodness, look at the juice on this. So what you are looking at is the Rastelli's meats, 4 to 4.5 pound black Angus boneless rib roast, cooked to perfection. These are aged, hand trimmed, made so that they are going to be perfect every single time. And a 4 to 4.5 pound rib, prime rib. This is going to serve, I mean, that's a huge slice. What did I do there? That's probably too big, and the first one was even worse. This is probably going to serve at least 8 to 10 people, I would say easily. The Rastelli family is a premier family that works very specifically with small farmers and farms in the Midwest to bring to us the highest quality beef products. This prime rib roast is one that we look forward to every holiday. There is no auto delivery, so what we have is it. And I want to welcome in Ray Rastelli, who brings to us this incredible beef collection. He is the man with the meats. He is our America's favorite butcher, award winner multiple times over for our Customer Choice Awards. Ray, welcome in. It's nice to have you here.
Hi, Jane. It's great to be here. Hi, Rach. How are you guys doing?
Hi, Ray.
We're doing great.
Ready to dive in?
You're making me hungry with that. It was so, when you carved that, Jane, you just did it perfectly.
Why, thank you very much.
And of course, all that juicing, let me show you why it juices like that. This is the prime rib, right? This is the whole prime rib. Remember, it's the best cut of beef that you're going to get for roasting. But here's what we do. We take this black Angus prime rib and we age it for 28 days, just like it is, on the bone, with all this fat on it. But then here's what we do with it. We take all the fat off, we take the bone off of it, and look what you get. You get just that beautiful center cut rib eye, which is your boneless rib roast. And we wanted to do that because of two things. We wanted to make it simple and easy for you to cook, but even easier to carve. So we've done all the hard work by aging it and pulling it off the bone, but what you get is something really special. And when you think about what this looks like when you carve it, every single piece is going to not only be incredibly juicy, just like you showed, Jane, but look at the color inside of here. This is what you want. You want that beautiful pink color. And you see that moisture there?
Yeah.
That moisture is coming because of all the marbling that's inside that black Angus ribeye that has been aged for 28 days.
Well, and here's the deal. We only have about 1,200 of these, so there's not a lot available. I know that everybody, I know in our family, we love to have a delicious prime rib because there's just nothing like it. Look how tender. This could be on the carving board if you wanted to for Christmas, for Thanksgiving. This is so tender, and I did do those big slices to start off, but honestly, look how tender and thin you can slice this and really feed a full family or a big crowd of people with a rib roast like this. I mean, it is all about the flavor and also the source of where you get the meat, Ray, as well as the way that you handle it and prepare it.
That is so critical. You know, I always talk about knowing your source, and doing this for 45 years, I know the source. I know the farmers. I've been working with them for over 40 years. They know exactly what I expect. Beautiful black Angus cattle produce the most incredible pieces of meat, and that's our signature here at QVC. When you get a black Angus prime rib like this, every slice is going to be tender. Every slice is going to be juicy. But what I want to show you, and some people get afraid, Jane, of a prime rib.
Yes.
Think, oh my goodness, can I really cook a prime rib and make it taste as good as the steakhouses? Here's my little tip, and this is actually on QVC.com. So here's what you do. You take your prime rib. After you take it out of the package, you thaw it out. It's going to take about a day fully to thaw out. Take it out of your refrigerator and let it get to room temperature. Then take some butter, and I use a little bit of rosemary, some thyme, salt, pepper, garlic, and all I do is I make a butter sauce covering. And all I do is cover the top
all right,
and the bottom and the size of that rib. So it kind of looks like a cake when I'm all done, right? It's just a beautiful, but here's what you do. Here's the secret. Preheat your oven to 500 degrees. It's going to sound funny, but this is how you're going to get it perfect every time. Preheat your oven to 500 degrees. When it's at 500 degrees, just take that roast and you're going to put it in for 25 minutes. So think about it, just 25 minutes. So it goes in your oven for 25 minutes. Now, after 25 minutes is done, shut your oven off. Leave the door shut for 2 hours, right? Don't be tempted to open it and take a peek.
Okay.
Just leave the door shut for 2 hours. When you pull that rib roast out of your oven, this is what it's going to look like. And let me tell you, it's going to look, it's going to look just like that beautiful rib. But let me show you the inside, because this is what's critical. We always want that prime rib to be exactly like that steakhouse.
Right, yeah.
This is what makes it, because that slow cooking. Look at the inside of this rib. This is what makes you.
No way.
What?
Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Think
Wow.
about that,
And
right?
then that pan of juices.
All that jus. Oh, is your au
That
jus.
is your au jus that you can have as au jus, or you
There
can
we
make
go.
into a rich
A
gravy,
gravy.
right?
Oh,
So here's
gravy.
the deal.
We give you that
Before we
recipe
talk
for
about
that,
the au jus, in terms of what we have remaining, we have 900. That's it. $149.98. I want you to think about that in terms of the last time I got a, this is probably about 6 ounces slice of prime rib. How much did I pay at that restaurant for that 6 ounce of prime rib? Think about that 10 times, because that's basically what you're getting with a 4 to 4.5 pound Black Angus prime rib. And then place your order for it. And please don't wait, because 900 is not a lot of them. All right, so with those pan juices, Ray, we're going to make that perfect au jus or gravy.
That's right. So when you pull your rib roast out of the oven, you're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes. Now, I always recommend a thermometer, and you're just going to pull out about 130, and just going to let it rest for 10 minutes. But while it's resting, you just take that au jus, put it inside a pan with about 2 cups of cornstarch, and you actually just go ahead and turn it over low heat for about 5 minutes. You have the most incredible au jus that's just perfect for this little rib. Look, no, I cut this a few minutes ago. It's still juicing.
Yeah,
Guys,
look at that.
That butter has just melted into that prime rib, and every bite is going to have that incredible flavor. But because it's Black Angus, you're going to get tenderness, and that's what you see here. You see all this beautiful texture that's going to be incredibly tender when you bite into it.
And then when
Just
you
like
get
the
to the
steak.
end, Rachel, because I like that first piece. I like that little bark on the outside.
Yes.
Do you like the bark or the inside?
You know what? I usually get the inside, but looking at what Ray was just sharing with me, I'm like, first of all, now I know how to make a rib roast. And second of all, I think I want that end piece, the little bark, the little heel piece, if you will, like if it were a loaf of bread. Look at how amazing that looked, tender and juicy. And as you said, Jane, I mean, honestly, this is multiple rib steaks, if you will, kind of, right? It is simply all meat. You're going to eat it end to end, 4 to 4.5 pounds.
That's the end piece right there.
Oh, delicious.
That's the end piece.
Okay,
man.
that looks like candy.
Yeah, that is some candy right
Yeah.
there. Some butter, delicious candy. And then add a little bit of that gravy, that au jus, and it's done. I mean, this is celebration food. And this is food that, we look forward to every holiday. You want to make sure you get A+ from all of your family and friends.
Yes.
Then you need a really good quality prime rib roast, and that's exactly what you're getting, where there's just enough of that fat that renders as it's cooking to add that flavor. The marbleization inside is perfect in a medium. I mean, it's just, my mouth is watering. Ray. So good and such good flavor. And there is a difference. Ray, we call him our America's Butcher, because that's exactly what he is. Services 5-star restaurants, and the only 7-star restaurant in the world with their prime meats. And again, you can have this on your table. Imagine the delight of your family and friends. So, and 81307 is your item number. It's a 4.5 to 5 pound Black Angus prime rib roast that you're getting, and 5 months to pay for it at $30 per month. There is no auto delivery on this though, so make sure you don't miss out. Ray, thank you so much. We've got the Cabernet ready to roll.
Yes.
Dinner is served. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jane. Thanks, Rachel.
Thanks, Ray.
Have a great evening.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.